It's not juvenile at all.
Hey, Alapha. I've got some business for you.
We've been over this before. The name's Yellowfath.
I know. It's just that Lapha sounds so much cuter.
Well, since you're the customer here, I guess whatever floats your boat.
I need a camping tent with all the accessories. Only the best you've got.
Another commission, huh? Just so you know, a full tent according to your standards is gonna be pricey. Is your client covering the bill?
How much are we talking?
Don't worry about the costs. I'll take care of it.
Oh, but that's not right.
Ahem. Let's make this clear, Traveler and Paimon. We're not working together like this is a hired commission, are we?
Oh, no! We're traveling as close friends who trust each other with anything.
That's what I thought. Honestly, I can be a little picky when it comes to camping equipment, and I don't want my friends to be paying for me. But don't worry, it's not that expensive. We're ready, Lapha.
Your total is 200,000 mora.
Isn't that still a lot for you, Mualani?
Just imagine us in the wilderness, okay? We can either sleep out in the open, tired and weary, or simply spend a week's worth of pocket money and completely solve that problem. I'd say that's a great deal.
You call that a week's worth of pocket money? Are you rich, Mualani?
That's not important. We still need to buy some equipment from another store. Come with me.
Stay a little longer this time.
Afternoon, Uncle On.
You call me uncle, but I'm old enough to be your grandfather, you know.
Because you're still young, Uncle On. Hey, can you help me find something kinda rare? I can negotiate the price. What do you say?
All right. What are you looking for?
A record player. Specifically, the kind that's convenient to take camping.
Oh, that model is pretty rare indeed. I thought it'd be nice to keep it as a prized collectible in the shop.
Uncle On.
Just don't break it, okay? I'll even buy it back from you when you're done with it.
Thanks, Uncle On.
A record player? Does that mean we need to buy some records too?
Yep, and that's our next stop. Hey, Paka Paka!
Mualani? Have you finally decided to release a record of your own?
You'd be the first I'd sign with if I ever did, but not today. I just want to buy a record. The one you've been keeping from customers and listening to in secret.
Huh? That's a pretty rare record, you know? Besides, I haven't even finished listening to that one yet.
Maybe I can think of a way to connect you with a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind to release a record.
Whoa, then we could produce some really wild tunes. You've got a deal.
Nice. That's the record also accounted for.
What do we need it for anyway?
Well, I asked a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind for some advice once, and apparently, playing this song at night is an effective way to keep travelers safe and sound.
Is that really a thing? Well, if it doesn't cost much, that's a nice way to make the trip a little more pleasant.
You know how it goes, Mualani. 20,000 mora for this record. That's the best I can do.
Deal.
Looks like Milani really is rich.
That should be about everything we need to buy. Next is... Ooh, I'm getting kind of nervous.
What's wrong, Milani?
Next, I need to find my teacher and get the map to the island. Besides the legend left by the first chief, there's also a map. Well, not just a regular map, it's more like a treasure map. It's full of strange symbols, almost like it's a part of a big puzzle. Guides must draw from their experience to decipher the map's meaning and understand the route. The chief made several copies of the map and distributed them to the first members of the tribe. The copies were to be passed down to future generations, so usually a teacher will pass their copy to their student. Which brings us to today. The day I officially ask Uncle Nu for his copy of the map.
Whoa. Hearing that is also making Paimon feel a little nervous. Sounds like it must be a pretty serious moment.
Yes, but the thought of having you two by my side somehow makes me feel a lot better. We won't let Uncle Nu down, right?
That's right! Let's go and find him together!
Who knew that saurians could drown too?
Afternoon, Uncle Nu. I have a big surprise for you.
A surprise? Then you must be here to finally pick up the map.
You saw right through me, as always.
Did you forget that you had mentioned these two to me before? The ones who went to the Night Kingdom with you. In some sense, you could say that you've already trusted each other with your lives. It's just that my feelings are a little complicated now.
Do you think that I'm still not ready yet, Uncle Nu?
No, I believe you are the best guide in your generation. It's just that I'm not ready yet. After all, the journey to the mysterious island is no easy feat for any guide of the people of the springs. I'm still a little worried.
Don't worry. With our help, Mualani will definitely be able to find the mysterious island.
Yeah. This time I'll definitely be able to prove that Ko'olo is no better than Uncle Nu.
Don't misunderstand. Since you've made up your minds, I won't try to stop you. It's just... Please listen to your teacher's words once more, Mualani. Our mission as guides has never been to prove anything. There is only one thing we must do. Guide tourists safely to their destination.
I understand, Uncle Nu.
In that case, you may have the map. Also, take this with you.
What is it?
It's a talisman. Take good care of it. You must return it to me when you get back from the mysterious island.
Was this made with spinel fruit? For some reason, this doesn't look like a regular spinel fruit to me.
Right, which is precisely why it's so effective.
You really know me best, Uncle Nu. All right. Traveler and Paimon, tomorrow we'll set off. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
Yay! Paimon can't wait for another adventure! It's about time to meet up now. Let's head to the spot Mualani mentioned.
Fresh cold drinks. Or hot if you want. Traveler, Paimon, over here.
You're here, Mualani! Oh, and those strange scholars are here too.
Good morning, you two.
Morning!
So when are we leaving?
Seems you're as excited as a child before the start of our journey.
I just want to get down to business as soon as possible. You know this is no leisurely spring stroll, so I hope we can all act a little more professional.
Don't worry, I'm a very professional guide. Our journey to the mysterious island has officially begun.
Yay!
First, do you all see the statue here?
Uh-huh. Is it an important clue?
Well, no, it's not a clue at all. He was the first chief of the people of the Springs who came back from the mysterious island and set up this place. It's a monument. The first thing we need to do before we set off is to touch the statue and pray to our ancestors. This will make our journey to the mysterious island smoother.
Is there any theoretical basis to support that claim?
A theoretical basis? No, but my teacher taught me it's an essential step before heading to the mysterious island. Very good. You didn't try to argue with me over something that you aren't knowledgeable about. That's very professional of you.
Sure, but since this practice doesn't have an empirical basis, I won't be able to include it in my thesis.
Come on, everyone. Greetings to my ancestors. As your descendant, I'm about to follow in your footsteps and witness your accomplishments. Allow me to depart under your gaze and return under your protective watch.
It really feels like we're about to embark on a great adventure!
Now, please get ready. We're going to look for the first clue.
Speaking of which, where should we look for the clue?
At a place where many gather. Like a party.
Huh?
The tide rises! Yeah!
Next on the agenda.
Let's try not to disrupt them.
Wow, there are a lot of Kaholosaurs here.
As expected, the first clue is related to the Kaholosaurs.
When people from outside the tribe get a copy of the map, most can deduce that the first clue is related to the Kaholosaurs. But they often end up looking in the wrong direction. When the first chief created the map, he left a special mark for this part. It's a code that the tribe uses to indicate a herd of them. So it'll be impossible to gain any leads from just finding one or two stray Kaholosaurs.
You're a real pro at this, Mualani.
But according to the information I've been able to find, Kaholosaurs don't like gathering as herds unless it's to compete for the hot springs.
So let me tell you a secret that only a guide from the people of the springs would know. It so happens that wild Kaholosaurs periodically gather in the valley up ahead. It's almost like how our tribe gathers together for festivals. Still, as soon as the season changes, the herd quickly disperses again. Unless you're a guide who's always running across Natlan, it would be very rare to ever witness such a thing.
This is a thing? I need to note this down right away and include an explanation as a part of my thesis.
According to what I've deciphered from the map, a clue is hidden deep in that valley.
But to get there, won't we have to get through the herd of Kaholosaurs?
We'll have to think of a way to sneak past without startling them. They're gathering together with their friends, so I'm sure they don't want to be disturbed.
You mean we're going to have to walk through the Kaholosaur herd? That feels a little...
Given we've agreed to work together, everyone should do their part. However, Karia has been attacked by Kaholosaurs before, so this isn't an ideal plan for her. But it shouldn't be a problem at all for me. let's have Karia wait here, and I'll take over all the tasks that were supposed to be entrusted to her.
No worries. We don't need everyone to go. We actually need someone to stay and look after the luggage, so we'll leave that to you two. Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Is that so? Then that works out perfectly.
And now I understand how much you care for your assistant scholar. Follow me and stay close. Oh no, we've been spotted. Let's back off and try again.
These Kaholosaurs sure seem on guard. We'll never get through.
Kevin, you've already used the information provided by the map to deduce that the clue is in that valley. Why don't you simply chase them away? You're pretty strong, aren't you?
First of all, the elders of the tribe have always warned us to never hurt the Kaholosaurs. Doing so will almost certainly bring bad luck. And secondly, you can't just show up and intrude on others' gatherings, much less make them leave. That's just terrible.
But on what basis?
Okay. So can we figure out another way to enter the valley?
There must be a way to enter the valley without startling them. It'd take a while for me to come up with a solution on my own, so I'd like to ask everyone to help come up with some ideas.
Let Paimon think. Oh, is there a detour or another way around?
According to the map, the clue is right in the middle of the Kaholosaur herd. Even if we try to approach from the other side, we'll just run into the same problem.
This is tricky.
Karia, I've noticed that you only talk when you're trying to help smooth things over between Varamdra and the others. I'm sure you must have some ideas of your own, so why don't you share them with us?
Me? All right. When Varamdra decided to look for leads on the Kaholosaurs, I wanted to help, and so I also looked up some information about the creatures. I discovered something very interesting. We thought that the Kaholosaurs relied on their hearing to track their prey, but they also possess a very keen sense of smell. But I'm not sure how useful that information is.
Oh, that was actually very useful, Miss Karia.
You can just call me Karia.
In that case, please stay here and keep an eye on the luggage. Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I've got an idea. Found it!
What's this?
The key to making our way through the herd. If the Kaholosaurs have a keen sense of smell, then even if we try to sneak around and stay out of sight, they'll still notice us once we get close enough. But this plant can help us solve that problem, because its fragrance is very similar to the scent of a Kaholosaur. We can apply the plant's extract to our bodies and trick their sense of smell.
So, we're gonna rub plant juice on ourselves?
Don't worry, it's also good for your skin.
Oh, Paimon feels all wet and slimy. But this actually does smell like a Kaholosaur.
Perfect. Okay, let's try to make our way through again. Be sure to stay out of sight. What's that sound? Careful! Oh, it's just a young Kaholosaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger. How could there be so many here? We can't get through! Oh, I have an idea. Wait here. startle them. Follow me and stay close. We must be getting close.
Look, a bunch are gathering around that rock. What are they doing?
Maybe when things start to get boring, they gather together and talk about something fun? Too bad I can't understand what they're saying.
But Paimon thought guides from the people of the springs could understand Koholosaurs.
Sounds like someone has been trying to trick you.
True, they were definitely trying to scam us. Huh? Do you see that on the rock? It looks like some kind of drawing.
I've heard that there is a type of moss that changes color when it reacts to the biological signals released by Koholosaurs. But to trigger that sort of reaction, you'd need a huge number of Koholosaurs. That must be the clue!
Should we take a picture?
Oh, the flash might disturb them. Let me try to copy it down.
So we've passed the first stage of the journey now, right?
I see. Had we chosen to drive the Koholosaurs off, then we never would have found this lead. Seems there was a logical basis for everything you said after all.
Has he always been this way, Miss Karia?
He's just obsessed with his research. That's all.
At least this has shown that my judgment is correct. I've proven my trustworthiness. And so, there should be no need for us to argue next time.
Yes, I understand. And I suppose that'll help us avoid wasting time.
Mulalani really knows how to lead our group.
Next, we'll need to use the lead we found to uncover our next destination. Now, what does this pattern represent?
Hard to tell. Paimon certainly doesn't have any idea what it's trying to get at.
Aha! I got it! Though the lines are kinda rough, I can still see that they represent the boundaries between the water and the land at Jadeskirt Knoll. We can use this to fill in the hole on the map and find our next destination.
Really? You got all that just from some rough lines?
Well, intuition is also a part of it. Maybe I've just seen too many maps as a guide, and now it's easier for me to pick up on patterns like that. All right, break time is over. Let's get ready to move. Okay, this is the place.
So, where do we go next?
I'm not completely sure yet. The map seems to indicate there's a mechanism here that crosses the water. But I still need to think about what these lines might be referring to.
I knew it! My theory was correct!
Sounds like he's got something to say again.
If you have any suggestions, then please feel free to share.
I believe the mechanism that the lines are indicating is a spirit way.
That is a possibility. But I don't remember anyone from the tribe setting up a spirit door around here.
According to my theory, it might not have been set up by humans. The dragons living in that land also used a similar device, long before the humans. Speaking of which, the spirit doors your tribe uses may have been built imitating the dragon ones.
Oh, I remember now. Uncle New did mention this possibility to me before.
After learning about the legend, I realized that it was connected to my research, and so I looked up a lot of related information. Even though I haven't found an exact route to the mysterious island, I'm fairly certain I've deduced the geographical features of the island's surrounding areas. Firstly, it's at an intersection between water and land, and secondly, there should be a high concentration of phlogiston. My research indicates that the Spirit Way was originally a natural phenomenon caused by the flow of phlogiston. Therefore, the area must contain many potential Spirit Ways, and the dragons who lived here in ancient times may have left behind some devices to control them.
Amazing! Now it all makes sense.
Now everyone's contributing to the team.
You flatter me. If my theory is correct, we should already be very close to the mysterious island. Once you've unlocked the mechanism, we'll be able to derive the island's location.
All right. Then let's start searching for the dragon's spirit door.
That's just a quick and easy name. I won't be able to include it in my thesis. Given the dragons used the device long before the humans, we should stick with a name that references no human concepts. Calling it a phlogiston node would be much more appropriate.
Then let's start searching for the phlogiston node. Speaking of which, what does it look like exactly?
If I'm not mistaken... Look that way!
Whoa! It started glowing! This should be it, right?
Looks like we can activate it once we get close enough. The light does remind me of a spirit way. But according to the map, there should be 2 more phlogiston nodes. Let's keep searching, everyone.
I'm so happy Verandra was able to help the team.
Now, how to control the phlogiston nodes. Let me reflect on the information I read.
It's way up high. We'll need to find a way up there.
everyone. Okay, now first, we need to figure out how to control this thing. Its qualities are very similar to that of a man-made device, but it doesn't seem as intuitive to me.
Is there something wrong?
See, look at this. After activating a normal spirit door, we could just go ahead and use it. But this one requires someone to stay and keep operating it here. Also, according to the map, we need to activate the mechanism and switch between different phlogiston nodes to change the path of the spirit way. If we don't operate the nodes properly, then the people on the spirit way will come tumbling from the sky.
Isn't that super dangerous?
In theory, the process should be very safe, but only if the 3 phlogiston nodes are each being operated by someone.
Do you think you'd be able to operate it? I just tried, and it clearly requires more skill than a typical spirit door.
Though I've never tried before, I've read a lot of information and theoretically should be able to properly control it. Let me give it a try. Huh? But in theory, this shouldn't happen.
If Verandra can control it, then that also rules out me.
Okay, well, how about you?
After all the adventures she's been on, handling something like this should be easy peasy.
All right, then it'll be up to the Traveler to stay here and operate the phlogiston node. I'll go activate the mechanism. I'll let you know when we need to switch nodes. Just make sure you quickly head to the corresponding node, and we should make it safely.
Wait, but handling it this way sounds even more dangerous, Mulani.
Don't worry. It looks like the spirit ways are all above the water. I'm pretty good at swimming, so I'm not afraid if I end up falling in.
But it's so high, and you'll be falling so fast. If we don't manage to reach a node in time, or if we make a mistake